Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, students. How are you all? I hope you all are fine. Welcome to your science class. As all of you know, we are learning about the earth, about how the day and night happen, and why the earth is so different from the other planet. So today we will going to read unit number 12, the earth, book page number 68. And today we will going to learn about the structure of the earth, or what is inside the earth. So everybody open your book, page number 68. The earth is divided into 3 layers. Have you seen the earth outer thing? Everybody have seen the earth like this. But now today I will show you how the earth look inside. From inside, the earth look like this. You can see this is the earth and these are the layers. So the first one is crust, then mantle, then outer and inner core. Outer and inner core, we will consider them the same, but they are divided. The outer core is the outside and the inner, which is the center of the earth. So today we will going to read about these layers and what they are. So first of all, have you ever seen when you cut the onion what it's look like? Because when you peel off the onion, there is the layers inside, one layer, 2 layer, 3 layers. So the interior of the earth, just like an onion, the earth is made up of several concentric layers with one inside another. Same like the onion have layer inside, and you can see the middle part is like white and thick. Same, the earth have the different layers inside. So first of all, we will going to read about the crust. The outer layer of the earth is called the crust. The crust is a hard rocky shell around the earth. The crust is covered with many oceans, continents, and islands, and high mountains. Now you can see the outermost part. It is the outmost rocky surface layer of the earth. It is made up of silicon, aluminum, iron, calcium, sodium, potassium, and magnesium, like all kind of metals. About 70% of the crust is covered by liquid water. As all of you know that the earth is 3/4 covered with the water. The atmosphere mainly consists of nitrogen and oxygen, with a little amount of carbon dioxide, water vapor, and other gases. So the crust is the outermost layer where we live. And there is a land, there is a air, there is a water. So the outermost layer of the earth is crust. The crust is the outmost layer, and an average like the deep on the land and the ocean bottom has a thinner crust, and it extends about 3 to 5 kilometers from the floor of the sea on the top of the next layer. So the earth crust is like a skin of an apple. It is very thin in comparison to the other 3 layers. Like you can see, this is the outermost layer is very thin. When you peel off the apple, you can see the skin of the apple is very thin. So the outer layer of the earth is very thin. The crust is very thin. So we will read about the second layer, and the second layer is mantle. The layer of rock below the crust is mantle. So when I have shown you a picture where you can see first there's a crust and then there's a mantle, and mantle is made up of layers of rock. The mantle is made of heavy rocks. The mantle is the largest layer of the earth. Now you can see this blue portion is the crust, and this whole red portion is the mantle, and it is the most largest layer of the earth. So it is a layer above the outer cover and below the crust. It is the most massive and largest layer of the earth planetary body, and has about like 67% of the total earth mass. You can see the 67% of the total earth mass, while 80% of the total earth volume. So it is like 2,900 kilometer thick. The thickness of the mantle is 2,900 kilometers thick. So this layer is made up of silicate rocks. So all kind of heavy rocks is there. Core. Core is the innermost layer of the earth. The core is of two types. So the third layer is called the core, and they have the two portions, the outer core and the inner core. Under the mantle lies the outer core. This is made up of hot liquid rock. So now you can see this thin layer is crust, and this brown is mantle. Now this is the outer core. This one is the outer core, and it is made of hot liquid rock. So it is the part just above the inner core. This is the inner core, and this is above the inner core and below the mantle. This part is liquid and is made up of iron and nickel. And its temperature is range from 6100 Celsius near the inner core and 4400 Celsius in the outer region near the mantle, because it is too hot. This outer core is too hot, and it is made up of liquid rocks. The center of the earth is called the inner core. It is the hottest part of the earth. It is made up of solid rock. Now you can see this is the whole earth, and this is the crust. Then this whole inner side, this is the mantle, and this one is the outer core, and this one is the inner core. It is the innermost part of the earth in the middle, and it believed to be made up of an iron nickel. It may have a temperature like that of the sun's surface. So it is that much hot, how much the sun is hot. So it is a solid rock, and its temperature is very high. So now we will revise about the layers of the earth. Now you can see I have shown you the two pictures in which you can see the two different diagrams, and from these diagrams you can identify how they look like. So this the thin, now look, this the thin layer, and this is the thin layer. This is called the crust on which we live, and this one is the thickest one. Now you can see this one is the most thickest one, and this is called a mantle. And now you can see this one and this one. This is the outer core. Now you can see this one in the pie shape, and this one in the whole ball like a sun. It is the inner core. So the earth crust is the outermost layer, and the mantle is below the crust. And you can see there is an outer crust and the crust, inner crust, inner core and the outer core. So these are you can see crust, mantle, outer core and inner core. kindly learn these layers of earth, and I hope that you have enjoyed today's topic because it was very interesting and we have learned so much new things about the earth, that what is inside the earth. There are so many layers. So student, I hope you enjoyed it. Kindly read this unit complete, and inshallah I will ask you the question answers from this unit in the next class. Till then, take care. Allah Hafiz.